So you've probably been looking at Corvettes, specifically the Corvette C6, but you're thinking, man, this thing has over 100,000 miles. I don't know if I should take the risk. It's a little high mileage. I'm getting a little nervous. Should I buy it? Well, you're in the right place, man. I've got a twin turbo Corvette C6. I've done all the mods. I've done all the research. Let's talk about it. The Corvette C6 is super nice, and if you find one with lower miles, it is going to be really, really awesome to get. But we all know that those things come with a nice price tag. If you get a Corvette C6 with 100,000 plus miles, you can definitely save a couple dollars. But by doing that, there comes a little bit of a risk. You know, anytime you're buying a car with over 100,000 miles, you start to get a little bit worried. But you got to remember, the Corvette C6, it came out in 2006. It is almost 20 years old. This video's out in 2025, 19 years old at this point. So if you got a Corvette C6 that has 100,000 miles, it's a 2006, it's only had on average 5,000 to 6,000 miles a year. Now, that's still a lot of miles, and I get it. So there are some things that you need to think about if you're buying a Corvette C6. Let's discuss those real quick. All right, the biggest issue with the Corvette C6, new or old, if you're talking about LS2, LS3, LS7 as well, that's going to be the harmonic balancer. They get a little wobbly. You can replace it with an ATI or Summit. The replacement can be a little pricey. It can run anywhere between $1,000, $2,000 depending on how much your shop charges you labor hour. It's not a difficult job, but in the Corvette C6, there's not a lot of room. You got to get up underneath it, maybe drop the front end down. You know, it's just a little bit of a pain in the butt, but a little bit of a pricey job, nothing crazy. Another thing when it comes to mileage on the Corvette C6, the Corvette C6s, they're finicky in two main areas. The two areas I'd say they're the most finicky is going to be the electrical components. Corvette C6s normally have a small electrical draw in general. If it's going to be sitting for a while, they recommend that you put a trickle battery charger on that bad boy just to keep it charged up if you're only cranking it up like once or twice every couple weeks. And it has a little bit of electrical gremlins, nothing too crazy, but if the battery's low, it can cause some weird electrical issues. So if you start having any weird electrical issues with the Corvette C6, check the battery first, replace that bad boy first. And the other area where it's a little finicky is going to be in the coolant system. That Corvette C6 really does not do well with air in the coolant system. So if there's any kind of leak, it can overheat. It already runs kind of warm, but it's important to just make sure that the coolant system, it's cooling properly, it's purged. My Corvette C6, I put a DeWitt's radiator in it, which helped a lot. But if you're going to look at a Corvette for sale, the C6, make sure that it cools well. Ask the owner if he's done anything, the water pump, the radiator, any of that stuff, just so you can know. But otherwise, that's just only other finicky area with the Corvette. And overall, the LS2, LS3, LS7 engines are really strong. If you're looking at a Z06 with the LS7, you got to make sure that the heads have been replaced. Get rid of the factory heads. And while you're in there, heck, if you do the job, go ahead and do the cam. But if someone else does it, make sure it's done by a good shop and they got the paperwork if possible. It's going to give you peace of mind there. But with the LS7, you got to replace the heads. LS2, LS3, very reliable, very strong, really good engines. The biggest thing, harmonic balancer. And then you got the small things, like I said, electrical, coolant, you know, suspension is going to have some wear and tear. If it gets over 100,000 miles or 150,000 miles, you might want to start looking at the suspension. That'd be a good opportunity to just go with a really nice set of coilovers. And then along with that, if you're buying something higher mileage, make sure it's not been beat on the death. And I know there's no way to really know, but the least amount of owners, the better generally. Usually if there's been an older gentleman or older lady or something like that had the car, it's probably going to be better than if you buy from like an 18-year-old kid that's been going to car meets and doing donuts and street takeovers and all that stuff. Like I said, if you're looking to buy a Corvette C6 and it's got higher miles, if it's got over 100,000 miles, it is an opportunity to save some money. If you're thinking about doing a full build down the road and maybe you want to upgrade that engine to some forged internals and you want to go with a big supercharger or twin turbo kit and you're going to build the engine, it's okay if it's got some miles on it. I bought my Corvette C6. My Corvette C6, I think it had like 90,000 miles or something like that, but I knew that I was going through the entire thing, so it wasn't a big deal, especially because I got a super good deal on it. Now, if you're wanting to buy something for statistically the most peace of mind, something that's going to hold you over the best, get something a little newer, I'd say less than 60,000 miles. But if you want to save a couple bucks, the LS2, LS3, LS7 platforms are all really strong, and you can still buy something in the 100, 120, 130,000 mile range. It's going to be just fine. I've got plenty of buddies that got Corvette C6s, got 150,000 plus miles, and they still just haven't skipped a beat. The transmission's solid. The rear diff is okay as long as you're not doing burnout, shooting a 250 shot of nitrous, then on some big drag slicks, then the rear diff should be fine. A little weak, but it should be fine. The transmission is good. T56 solid, TR6060 even better. And the automatics in the Corvette C6, they're decent too, but we know if you got a Corvette, man, the sticks, they're a little bit more fun. And then overall, if it's got some mileage, just check out the interior, make sure the seats seats are in decent shape, check the windows, make sure the radio works, all those components, nothing electrical is, you know, giving any weird issues if you can. Check the paperwork, check the Carfax, make sure the car hasn't been wrecked or anything weird like that. If it's got some miles, if it's been outside maybe or not garage kept, just check the paint, you know, look the paint over really well, check over the body panels, make sure there's no cracks, inspect those as well as you can, because they're not easy to find online. I mean, you can find them, but they're pricey and you got to pay the Corvette tax. So overall, man, I think if you're looking at buying a Corvette C6 that's got a little bit of mileage, over 100,000 miles, we'll say, it's okay. It's all good as long as it's been taken care of. It's not been beat to death. The owner's got some paperwork. The LS2, LS3, LS7, LS9, all really good engines. They're really, really solid. There's just a couple little maintenance items you really need to think about if you're getting a Corvette, but otherwise they're super mod friendly. They're fun stock. They're fun with mods. They're fun in general. Appreciate you guys watching, man. If you're a fan of Corvettes, make sure you like, subscribe, catch more Corvette, twin turbo Corvette C6 content. It's coming your way. We'll see you guys on the next one.